reminds me of how we raced 10, 11 years ago with those types of cars and that type of package.
It might have taken a tow truck to get the Budweiser Chevrolet to victory lane, but Kevin Harvick didn't need any help capturing the checkers with it during Saturday night's Sprint Unlimited at Daytona International Speedway. On the final circuit of the 75-lap affair, the Bakersfield, California native drove by way of his rearview mirror, diving low on the super stretch to hold off Tony Stewart, then shooting to the high side to make sure Greg Biffle's Ford stayed behind him as their new Gen 6 race cars headed to the finish line in the third and final segment of the Elite annual event. The Richard Childress Racing driver, who led 40 of the 75 laps, was assisted by his pit crew and Chief Gil Martin, who got the 29 out of the pits first, following segment 1's mandatory 4-tire stop.
You're going to have to be pretty precise to make a good move, and everybody kind of figured out that you could really side draft and slow down that bottom lane. I think that the 20 definitely had probably the fastest car, but he couldn't make it all the way by himself through the corner and clear and get on the straightaway because of the side draft. So the side draft is pretty big, and we were able to run the top and kind of keep the bottom lane at bay there.
Biffle, who had a strong showing all night in the Roush Fenway Racing 3M Ford, finished second despite a valiant attempt to catch his longtime rival.
He had a good run on the 29 on the top, and you know, I was pushing and shoving on him a little bit and had him loosened up, and I had room in the top, but he just closed the door there in the middle of the corner, first part of the corner, and it didn't. I thought about sticking it in there, and it just didn't look like it was going to work to me. It looked like it was going to be sparks and parts flying. So he kind of shut the door on the top, and that's what Kevin needed to do to win the race.
Joey Logano made the most of his new ride in the Shell Pennzoil Ford for Penske Racing, landing third in the final tally.
I could tell in the beginning of the race we started off fairly conservative, and it's kind of running too wide, and you really can't make any ground up. When you're too wide, you need to really get 3 wide and making some moves. And everyone's pretty conservative, and about towards the end of that run, everyone's tires are wearing a little bit, and everyone kind of got bored, I think, and wanted to start making things happen. And you could see it coming for sure. It's just all of us finding our limit of, okay, how close can we get to each other? How hard can we, drive these things before we lose control of them?
Stewart, who finished fourth, admitted to being the cause of the evening's big wreck when he tried to maneuver into the lead on lap 15, creating a melee behind him that removed 7 competitors from the 19-car field. Matt Kenseth led for 26 laps to land 5th, Eric Almirola raced to 6th, Casey Kane captured 7th, while Dale Earnhardt Jr. completed the top 8. Next Sunday, February 24th, the 2013 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series season truly roars to life with the running of the Great American Race, the Daytona 500.